Here is the bat made up. Hot Toys did a great job on this. Again, I did hear some complaints a couple weeks ago on some early reviews, but I am very, very pleased with this. The detail. Again, I do have the tumbler upstairs, not the camo version. I do have the original black tumbler, and sitting next to it is going to be amazing. I do have to find some room for it. Couple things just to note here. The size of this thing is amazing. I'm just going to get my hand here so you can get an idea of scale. But this is a very, very big piece. It's pretty much the same length as the tumbler. If all of you have the tumbler, you'll know it. It's not as bulky as the tumbler, but it is the same. Now, putting this together, massive pain in the ass. It's probably one of the most difficult pieces that I've had to put together, just mainly because there are so many small little pieces that can snap off at any moment. So please be careful when you're doing this. I have gone through this, so I can give you a few quick pointers. One of the most difficult parts to put, here, let me just, okay, I can continue now. I just wanted to get some light in here so we can actually see the pieces. When you get the package, when you open it up, you've got two levels to the actual box. You've got the top level, which has Selena and Batman and the propellers and a number of smaller pieces. Now, the main the large, bulky part of the bat, you do have to individually attach all of these panels, which actually are movable panels. I guess that's for the aeration of the engine and the propellers when the bat is flying. But keep in mind, you've got to snap them into place on each side. And it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So I'm just going to tell you right now, when you're putting this together, be gentle, push them, but try to, I actually had my finger underneath it, so I would push the piece. You hold both sides into place, just squeeze them together like this. Just be gentle. That's the best advice I can give you. Another thing, when you're putting on the two wings in the back here, you're going to push the wing in. Do not try to turn the wing. There is a button that you have to push, which is right here. You push the button and then you slide and you turn. Okay, I was forcing it a little bit because I did not see that button. And the instructions aren't very clear. If you can see the instructions here, it would have been nice to get for a $700 piece, it would have been nice to get a little color booklet on the bat with some photographs from the movie. Just a note to Hot Toys. I think that's something that you guys should look into in the future. You've got a license for The Dark Knight Rises. Take advantage of it. You're showing off a vehicle from one of the highest grossing films of that summer. So, make a little booklet, have some pictures of scenes from the bat, and then how you've got a pretty intricate instruction manual on how to put this together. There's a lot of small pieces. You want to avoid returns, which are over here going to go back to Sideshow. So try to make it a little bit easier to read. The part with the flaps in the back was kind of right over here. I mean, it tells you in like a small little diagram. This is where they're telling us to push that button. I mean, it's just not very legible. Anyways, back to the piece. Great piece, movable parts. These wings move, everything moves, the back wings move. I have this plugged into an AC outlet. So as you can see in the back here where the reactor, where the exhaust is, the fuselage or whatever they're gonna call it, you've got this really strange place for the adapter, AC adapter, right into there. It's kind of very visible. It would have been nice if it was underneath, but I guess there was a logistical reason they put it there, so I'm not going to argue. But it is in there. I like the color. The reactors look really nice. But overall, just all the panels on this thing has a really, really nice effect. It's a beautiful piece, and it looks exactly like in the film. So I'm really pleased with this. Again, you've got the two cannons here. You have a sliding piece, I'm assuming for some landing gear, which has to come on here. Another very, very complex and annoying piece to attach were these panels here. Again, you've got the panels underneath, but now you've also got two separate compartments in your packaging. One is for the left arm and one is for the right, for the right arm and for the left arm. So you've got to put this, and this. So just follow the coding on it, the letter coding. One of the boxes has R for right, obviously, right A, right B, right C, and the other one has left A, left B. But the right side, which has all the right panels, has one of the left pieces. I have no idea why they did that. And the right side has one of the left pieces, which will be the inside piece that's right here. Each piece is coded by a triangle or a square, and it fits in. You'll notice there's a triangle here and a square, so each piece has to fit in its appropriate slot. Again, be careful when putting these in. They can easily snap. I almost broke one of them when I was inserting it because it was not going in. That's what she said. Okay, so you've got this here, as you can see right over here. They insert inside. So again, just be patient. Just don't force it. The other thing, don't put this top piece until you get this little stringy piece. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a wire that's attached. This is the most difficult piece to attach. They've got a small rubber piece right here that inserts into this hole. The wire is like an elasticy material, plastic elastic, which attaches up there. That's the piece you want to put in first. Okay, so get that piece in there first and then stretch it all the way up to here. A lot of you are not going to want to put this in. Put it in, okay? It looks much better. And it's movie accurate and it looks really cool. It looks like there's a wire holding it in place. It looks incredible. So again, be careful. Now, I do have Selena and Batman inside their respective seats in cockpit. This is how I'm displaying this piece. A lot of people chose to display it lower. You've got two different options to display this beast. One of them is with the smaller bars that hold into the base, which is basically the landed mode. I have chosen the fly mode. The reason I chose to display it this way is because I want it obviously to be in flight. I want to have Batman inside to save room, and I want to have Selena inside, and I want to have the reactor eventually attached to the top. And for display purposes, if you have it in a display case or if you have it on a shelf or something, and it's in landed mode, it's really difficult to see the detail underneath the bat. And that is one of the greatest parts of this piece, is the detail underneath, all those panels, all the propellers, everything. So if you have it displayed like this in fly mode, you can actually, people can peer underneath and go, wow, that's awesome. Look at the propellers, look at all the panels. So I think it's a really important aspect of this. Again, for displaying, you've got two little slots here. It sticks in. Put that piece in first and then slide it into the two here. There's nothing that snaps into place, but it seems to hold very, very, very well. So maybe I can take this apart really quick for you. Give me a sec. All right, so I've decided not to open the top piece, but I have opened the cockpit. Again, the cockpit moves, it swivels back into place to close, and you've got two small hinges that you hold into place here, which I'll show you. When you actually first put this in, you got the springs right here, so you'll push those back, and then they will snap into place in the hole here. I've got Batman sitting at his console. The figurines honestly are meh. It's the best description that I can give you. I think that the focus for Hot Toys on this piece was not the actual figurines, although they are nice. That's why I don't want to display them outside, because they're not that great. But inside the bat, it gives you the full effect of Batman being inside the vehicle. This is the best that I could do with him. You've got to squeeze his legs into place and slide him in carefully. He's got his console here with the stickers. Use some tweezers to put them in the stickers, or just take out the whole console and do it that way. I actually did not know that the console came out until later, and I felt a bit stupid putting on the stickers with tweezers after. But it's done. Anyway, but the console looks great. He's sitting in place. He's ready for action. You've got, watch out when you're inserting him as well, because you've got some levers here that can break easily. And there he is, and he's got some detail in his eyes here, which we can zoom into. Okay. Again, it's the simple figurine, not a big focus. And then if you look up here, you've got Selena as well. Selena does come with some visors, which are in the box. Some sunglasses. I think when she was riding the bat pod or the bike, she was wearing those glasses. There she is, and she's in the console. The two consoles are exactly the same. And if we back away from this, we now close this. Snaps into place. We grab the remote control and we turn on the lights. And there you go. With the lights, this thing looks bad ass. And if you all remember the first time that we saw the bat in The Dark Knight Rises, the lights were on, and that's basically all we could see for the first few seconds. So you've got 4 LEDs. Okay. And this thing looks crazy. And then you go to the side. Underneath, you've got some lights shining through the panels, which looks amazing. And we've got the exhausts lit up when the bat is flying away from you. Very cool. Now let's get to the propellers. The remote control in hand. Okay, so not sure what happened with the mechanism there, but everything seems to be working fine now. So let's give this another go. Propeller, remote control on, lights on. And this really gives you the effect. This is incredible here. You've got the spinning. All right, I think I had the propellers on the wrong way. I'll figure that out later, but at the end of the day, very, very pleased with this piece. It's incredible. If you're a fan of Batman and The Dark Knight, Chris Nolan's version with the bat in it, obviously, and you like big vehicles and you have room for this monster, get it right away. It's available at Sideshow Collectibles, and it is a Hot Toys piece, 1/12 scale. This is the deluxe edition with Selena and the reactor, which is right here to get a better look at it. And this actually does hang underneath the bat, which I am going to do. There is a bit of a crane underneath the bat, which you can attach this thing to. So it looks like the Dark Knight is carrying this thing over into the waters before it blows up Gotham. Hope you enjoyed the review. Take care. Until next time.